We'll begin today in child's pose. So, sitting on your feet, we'll fold forward. And if the head does not rest on the ground in child's pose, maybe you have a pillow or something handy that you can rest it on. And if not, just rest your head on your fists or on your hands. If you're not needing your hands, fold your arms alongside your body with the palms facing up on either side of the feet. And we'll start with a nice deep breath in, filling the body, feeling like you're blowing up a balloon. And then exhaling and just collapsing into the ground, letting the shoulders relax over the thighs, the upper body resting on the lower body. Really letting your body be heavy. Like all the weight of your body is in the bones and the muscles and the flesh, just melting off the bones. And infusing that heaviness with a sense of lightness as you breathe deeply into your body. Noticing all the places that your body breathes. Continuing the inhale until there's really no more space. And then completing the exhale to empty. As you breathe in more, notice how much more of your body feels the breath. Turning to that sense of heaviness and ease as you exhale. Letting go. And now extend the arms overhead, palms down on the ground. Push forward into the hands, straightening the elbows, sending the hips back, breathing deep into this longer version of your body. Can you feel new places opening up to this breath? Staying with your slow, deep breath, walk your hands and your body over to the right. Maybe that right hand comes more beside you, so that as you push into that right hand, you feel your weight moving back into your left hip. And then Maybe inching that left hand out even longer away from that left hip, feeling the whole left side of the body growing long. And now noticing the breath moving into this new shape, stretching open the body from the inside. Pay attention to the perimeter of the breath, the outermost edge that the breath reaches, and see if you can expand it by breathing in even more, covering more ground inside. Moving with the rhythm of your slow, deep breath over to the other side. Left hand coming alongside you on the ground, pressing, sending the right hip back, walking the fingers of the right hand out even longer. The head is relaxed down, the weight of the body still sinking toward the thighs, and then feeling the elevation and the expansion of the inhale and the release and relaxation of the exhale. Making even more space inside with your breath. Just like breathing into a balloon more makes the balloon bigger. And then bring that right hand back over to the right side, bringing your torso back to center. Press down into both hands, tuck your chin, roll yourself up. Letting the arms lift, inhale. Exhale the hands together at the heart. And then the hands down onto the lap. Drawing the hands toward the creases at the tops of the thighs. Sending the elbows back, chest out, eyes up. And then exhale, sending the hands toward the knees. Rounding the back, tucking the tailbone, dropping the head. All the air out as the belly draws in. And then reversing. Elbows back, shoulders back, chest out. Breathe so that you feel the chest expanding with the breath at your own pace. Taking as much time as it takes to fully inhale and fully exhale. Come back to neutral. Bring the hands to the ground. Lift your seat off your heels. Curl your toes under. And then sit back down on your feet. See if you can feel the sensation without resisting the sensation, without resisting it in the body and without resisting it in the mind, without getting tight. See if the shoulders and the face are still relaxed. See if you're dropping the weight of your sit bones or suspending it somehow. And then bring the hands to the ground in front. Release the toes, kick them into the floor. And then sit back down on the feet. Extend the arms straight ahead. Inhale, lift your seat. Exhale, hips to the right, arms to the left. Inhaling up, exhaling down. With your breath. Just warming up the hips. Try to use your abdominals to lift up, not your hands. One more on each side. Good. And then come down onto your left side. And the right foot is going to crisscross over the left foot. Place the right hand on the right thigh. And then the left hand will go behind your back. If you happen to be able to wrap your left hand around your right bicep, your right arm just above your elbow, go ahead and do that. Otherwise, just keep your hand on your back. Good. Sitting tall, breathing deep. Exhale, slide that right hand forward toward the knee. And if your left hand is not wrapped around your right arm, you're going to press the knuckle side of that left hand into your back in order to roll that left shoulder open. And then we'll turn the head to the right. Feel the space that the breath enters and the space that it creates. Now we'll take the left hand and place it on the ground behind. So whichever version you were in before, we now all have the right hand on the right knee and the left hand behind for a gentle twist. Sitting up tall again as you inhale. Exhale, look over the left shoulder. Breathing all the way up to the top of your head and turning your navel to the left as you exhale. Inhaling back to center. Arms out in front, lift yourself up and switch the feet and come and sit down on the other side. And the left foot crosses over the right. And then the right hand reaches back behind you. If it can take hold of the left arm, grab it. If not, just leave it on the back. The left hand will come onto the leg. Lift with an inhale. Exhale, slide that left hand forward. And if your right hand doesn't have your left arm, then you'll push the knuckle side of that right hand into your back to roll the shoulder open. And then let's look over the left shoulder. Maybe closing the eyes and connecting with the breath inside. Expanding breath, expanding body. Bring your head back to center. Release that right hand to the ground behind you. Lengthen up tall through your head. And exhale. Turn and look over your right shoulder. Nice twist. Feeling the breath lengthen up on the inhale. The body turning on the exhale. Use an inhale to come back to center. Extend the arms out. Lift your hips up and come and sit back on your feet. And reach the arms up again. Inhale. Exhale the hands to the ground behind you with the fingers pointing toward the knees. Spread the fingers wide. And then, as though you're trying to twist the lids of a jar, rotate your left hand left and your right hand right. They're not actually moving, they're just kind of turning. And you'll see if that brings the shoulder blades in toward each other. And then you'll either stay here with your sit bones on your feet, dropping your head back, opening the heart, or press down into the tops of your feet and lift your hips. Drop your head back. If that's hard on your neck, You're welcome to bring your head forward instead. If your hips are off your feet, push down stronger into the tops of your feet to lift your hips higher. Now breathe slow and spacious. And release the buttocks down. And we'll come back into child's pose. Now, staying on the back side of your hands with the palms facing up, just slide the wrists forward as far as they'll go without the backs of the hands lifting off the ground at all. Keep the elbows by your side. Continuing to feel your breath. And then bring yourself up. Shake the hands out. Bring your hands to the ground in front of you. Lift your hips and send your left foot out to the side. Walk your hands in, reach up, inhale. Exhale, left hand down on the left leg, reaching across with the right arm. Turn your gaze up. Send your right leg down into the ground. Feel the bones sinking down. Feel the breath spreading into the open space on your body. And then bring both hands down. Walk them over to the right. Step the left foot forward. And then bring one hand on either side of the foot, dropping your right hip, coming into a lunge. Lifting your chest. Breathe all the way up to the collarbones. Sinking that right hip. Send the hips back, the hands back. Flex that left foot. Inhale, look up. Exhale, release the ribs down. Inhale, look up. Exhale, bend the elbows, lowering the belly. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold over the leg, let your head relax over. Now focus on the exhale. Scoop the navel in and up and go to the point where you're empty and really see if in the emptiness you can surrender the weight of your upper body even more. Maybe even pause for a second at the end of your exhale to see if there's possibly any more breath that wants to come out. How relaxed is your upper body, your head, your shoulders, your arms? How deep is your breath? Good. Lift your head. Shift your weight forward again. And then we'll bring the left hand to the inside and then under the leg. And then start to rock from side to side, letting the left leg come down, letting the right hip come down. That's it. And then landing with the weight to the left, letting that left knee come as far as it'll go without changing the placement of your foot. So we're not looking for a pigeon pose where the left foot lines up with the right hip. We're keeping the left foot lined up with the left hip. And then just taking a deep breath in and then exhale, bending the elbows and letting the weight drop into that left hip. Taking resistance out of the hands so that you sink. And then push into the hands to lift the knee back up. Left hand back inside. Left leg back. Just sit for a moment. Resting, integrating, breathing. And then bring the hands back to the ground in front of you to send the right leg out to the right. Walking the hands in, roll yourself up, reach up, inhale. Exhale, the right arm down, coming overhead with the left arm. Turning your gaze up. Breath is deep and you feel the container inside expanding with each deepening breath. Sinking with each exhale. Pressing down into the left leg bone. And then on an inhale, come up. Bring the hands down off to the left. Send your right foot forward and then one hand on either side of the foot. Bending deep into that front knee, sinking your left hip, coming into a lunge. Lifting your heart. Lifting your breath so that it comes all the way up to the very top points of your lungs. And then send the hips back. Front leg goes straight. The front foot flexes. Inhale, look up. Keep looking up. Exhale, drop the belly. Inhale, look up. Keep looking up. Exhale, drop the chest. Bend the elbows. Inhale, look up. Exhale, release all the way over. Head, whole torso sinking. Notice how much weight is in your hands. If there's a lot of weight in your hands, you're holding yourself up. See if you can practice letting yourself go instead. Surrendering the weight of your body. Feel the bones in the torso heavy and dropping. The elbows bending. The hands just gently touching ground. And then start to shift your weight forward. Bring that right arm inside and behind your heel. And again, start to rock from side to side. Left hip, right knee. Left hip, right knee. Breathing in, breathing out. And then coming down to the right side. Maybe changing the hand placement if that helps. And really dropping, 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 dropping. So it doesn't matter if your knee is really high, there's still the sense of letting the weight of that leg surrender down as much as your leg can. Most of your knees will not come to the ground. They don't need to. That means the stretch is already plenty deep for you wherever your leg is. Just breathing wherever you are. And then lift the knee back up. Send your leg back. And again, we'll come and just sit for a moment here. And we're going to do some lion's breath. So the breath has three parts. The first part are the hands. On the exhale, your fingers will lift up off your thighs and spread wide. Your eyes will lift open as wide as you can and roll up, and your tongue will reach all the way down toward your chin, looking like this. Inhale, all of it relaxes, and you just inhale through the nose, and then exhale and release. Could be helpful to think about something that you're frustrated or angry about, or some energies in your body that you want to release, and just imagine them shooting out of your fingers like lasers. And this last one, we're going to really roar, let it all out. And then just sit quietly, resting your hands in your lap. Noticing how you feel. Then bring the hands to the ground in front of you, lifting your hips off your heels. Walk the hands a little bit in front of the shoulders. Spread the fingers wide. Curl the toes. Take a breath in. Exhale, lift the knees. Bending the knees, drop the head. Press the fingers forward into the ground. Feeling your hips stretch back behind you. Dropping the head and chest even more. And then straightening the legs and pressing the heels down as you press the thighs back. Imagine that you're pressing the inner thighs back, widening a little across the sit bones. You can even maybe widen the heels a tiny bit, so you really feel that space across the sacrum. And feel the fullness of your breath into your torso as you inhale. Lift your belly as you exhale, sink the heels. Is your inhale going from your belly all the way up to your chest? Press the thighs back even more. Send the hips to the left. Send the hips to the right. Come center, and then walk your feet wide. Bring the hands in so that they're under the chest. And with the left hand right in the center, rotate and take the right arm up, gazing up at your thumb. Really dropping that left hand. Feel a stretch there. And then the right hand comes down, bringing it to the center. And then rotating the ribs under you and to the left. Take the left arm up. Okay. So you don't want to be kind of over rotating in that shoulder. The shoulder lines up over the other shoulder because the body is twisting open to the left. Gazing up at the left thumb, dropping in and down with the right hip. Deep, slow breath. And then bring the left hand down. Walk the hands back. Good. Take a breath in and exhale and fold forward. Drop the head. Push the hands forward. Drop the ribs. And then clasp your hands behind your back. Lift the hands up, folding the shoulder blades in toward the spine. Push into the outer edges of the feet. Breathe wide into the hips, into the back. Lift the belly and sink the body as you exhale. Notice which thumb is on the outside. Then release the hands to the ground. Bring the knees down. And come and lay on your belly. Rest your forehead on the ground. Aim your tailbone down to the ground. And then clasp your hands again behind your back with the opposite thumb on the outside. Rolling the shoulder blades in toward each other. Press into the hips and pelvis. Inhale. Lift your chin. Lift your chest. Lift your eyes. Press down through the pelvis even more. Maybe lift the hands even more. Reach the knuckles back toward the wall behind you. And then just focus on your breath. Feel your breath coming in so deeply that it floats you up higher. Maybe one set of ribs lifts up. And release down. Rest on the forehead. Hands come under the shoulders. Press the hips all the way back. Keeping the arms overhead. Pressing forward with the hands, back through the hips. Breathing into this nice long spine. Walk the hands in, roll yourself up, reach up, inhale. Exhale the hands together at the heart. Relax the hands down. Come off your feet onto your buttocks. Take hold of your knees. Drop your chin to your chest and rock on your spine. We're going to come into shoulder stand. So if you know that shoulder stand doesn't work for your body, then you'll bring your hands under your sacrum and just have the legs up in the air. And if you're joining us for shoulder stand, you'll move your hands from your knees to your lower back. And then as you walk your hands down toward the ground, you lift your hips up, roll your shoulders under you as though you're trying to bring your elbows toward each other. And try to make a straight line from your shoulders through your sacrum to your feet. Weight is on your shoulders, not on your neck. Listen to the sound of your breath going through the back of your throat. Good. Now we'll bend the knees and bring the knees to either side of the head. If your toes can touch down, fine. If not, they'll float in the air. Just try to bring your knees to your ears. Maybe your knees can even come to the ground. Feeling the breath, expanding the exposed parts. And then bring your hands back to your back, your knees to your forehead, and slowly lay your spine back down, hugging the knees to the chest. Gently roll your head from side to side. Can you feel your head drawing a line horizontally across the floor? And the next time your head comes to the right, hold it there, release the arms out to the side, and drop the knees to the left. Maybe your left hand wants to help your right knee come down. Maybe your left hand wants to push your right hip away from you. Maybe it just wants to rest and do nothing. Right shoulder relaxing down. And then left arm out to the side if you were using it. And lift the knees and the head center. And bring the knees right and the head left. And you don't have to do the same thing on this side that you did on the other. with your hand because our sides are different. So see what's going to serve you in this moment. Exhale and relax that left shoulder down. And then release the right arm if you were using it and bring everything center. Hug the knees to the chest. Take a breath in. Exhale, lift the forehead to the knees. Squeeze all the air out. Keep exhaling until you're empty. And then hold empty as long as you can. And when you need to inhale again, just release down. Once you've come down, lift your hips, tuck your tailbone, and then release your legs and shake them out. If you're using an eye pillow, place it on your eyes. And then we'll all release the arms out to the side. And take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth, releasing the weight of your body into the ground. Bones heavy. Inhale deep. Exhale out of the mouth, releasing the jaw, relaxing the tongue, the lips parting slightly. And inhaling. Exhaling out of the mouth, letting go of the activity of the mind. Whoosh. And then letting go of the breath. Just letting the breath happen. Notice where you feel the breath in your body. And let your attention rest there. Just in this gentle knowing of the breath. Not doing anything with it. Not even evaluating it. Just feeling the sensation and the movement of each breath. Deeply relaxed. Letting go. Letting go. Letting go. Breathe into your heart. Move the fingers and the toes. Reach the arms overhead. Take a deep breath. Stretch long. Hug the knees to the chest. Rock from side to side. Feeling the ground massaging your back. Come center, rub hand to hand and foot to foot, waking up the energy in your body. And then roll over onto either side, resting your head on your underside arm, resting your body on the ground, resting your mind on the feeling of your breath. And then slowly lift yourself up to sitting any way that you're comfortable. Sinking down through the sit bones, lifting tall through the crown of the head. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hands together at the heart. Inhale the heart up to the hands. Exhale, shoulders relax down. Inhale deeply, breathing in from bottom to top. Take it all in. Let it all go. Drop the chin to the chest. Namaste. Thank you.